Grade A. Grade A.
Welcome to another episode of the Grade A Show, episode 19. What's up, fellas? I got Mike here, T-Top here, Moose is here, Draco's here.
Hey.
We still got more people coming in, but I ain't gonna waste too much time. Make sure you like the channel, subscribe to the channel, and let's get to it. Congratulations again to those 3 winners of the Grade A giveaway. I know 2 of those winners got the packages being delivered out to them, so looking forward to you guys getting those. And then keep in tune, everybody. Again, like the channel, subscribe. We're here to talk about NBA playoffs, and then we want to get into some all-time talk, NBA players and stuff like that. But as you guys see below, first-class flights to Cancun, man. A couple teams went home. Lakers is home. Well, Lakers is on the first-class flight. Phoenix is on the first-class flight. Embiid, per usual, is on the first-class flight.
He's regular.
Miami's out of here. Who else we got? I'm missing anybody?
Clippers.
The
Clippers.
Bucks.
Bucks is out of here. It's a lot.
Why?
Clippers just joined them. You know,
lot of craziness going on, man.
Clippers.
See you later, Dame Dollar.
I kind of want to wait till Ace get in here because I want to rip him. We'll talk about the Lakers once he gets in here a little bit.
Yeah, that was one hell of a comeback, huh?
Man, we'll get into it. I'm kind of pissed, but I don't know. Let's start last night's games. Well, let's bring it back. KD, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal lose to Minnesota, get swept to Minnesota. I just want to know what's y'all take on that, man?
Not shocked.
Draco, I see you shrug your shoulders, man. How you feeling, man? KD out of there again.
They was just outclassed. Man.
I thought I was going to go 7 games. You know, that was my original prediction. I thought it was going to be way more competitive, but shame on Phoenix. You know, they couldn't get it together. They looked like they didn't know what they was doing.
It's good to see the mayor of Cancun back home.
I think between him and Embiid, I think one of them, I think they share that key.
Yeah, they're on the same ticket in the race.
They have an all-exclusive suite in Cancun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sucks for them, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm definitely looking forward, and we'll talk about it a little bit more later. But I'm definitely looking forward to Denver and Minnesota. I wish that was the Western Conference Finals, to be honest with you. And my prediction, I think whoever wins that series is going to the finals. I'm gonna just call it, put it on there right now. So,
Ooh,
I ain't gonna call it for game yet. I would like to see. I know we got game 1 today, but I would just like to see how it plays out today, and then I'll make my evaluation off of that. But yeah, we'll go from there. Who else got out of here? Philly. Embiid's gone once again.
that was a great series.
despite him
Yeah,
being on
that
one
was,
leg.
that was awesome.
It was probably the most interesting series out of all of them. I didn't
Cleveland
think
and Orlando's
it
actually
was
pretty
that
good
far.
so far. You know, I didn't get much playback watch.
So we gonna stop paying Tobias Harris money, right?
Yeah, right.
Oh, 5 years, 180 for no reason.
They kept him over Jimmy Butler, man.
And now they looking for Jimmy. We're gonna see what he do this offseason. See how he looking. What? Nah,
5 years, $180 million. Is he a free agent this year or is it next season?
I think it's this season. I think he might have a play option though, but I'll have to double check.
Let me ask y'all who's more of a disappointment this year, Tobias Harris or Bradley Beal?
That's a tough one.
Tobias Harris, because I mean Bradley Beal been dealing with injuries all year. I wasn't expecting him to do much, to be honest. You knew Joel Embiid going into the playoffs was on one leg, and you pretty much had got the most reps out of any Philly player, I believe, out of that big trio, if you want to call it a trio. And you have games like that in that series. It's like you can't have those games. Maxi's doing everything he can, and Embiid give you everything he got. Oubre is giving you something on defensive end at least, and here and there might give you some baskets, and depending on the games. As you being the third option, you have to do more than that. It's just there is no coming back from that.
like that last game. How many times did he shoot in them 29 minutes? Like 2 times?
And then
Yeah,
I blame the coach too.
Look to score. I'm more disappointed in Bradley Beal because you are a first option, 1A option in Washington. And for you to come to Phoenix and you can't like have a solidified role throughout the whole series, like I'm not with that.
That man, go ahead, Draco. We agree.
Even Russ had a hard time being a third option. And
What?
Even Russ had a hard time being a third option.
Oh.
It's a different role. It's a different style of play.
And on top of that, my man was a number one option watching back when I had waves. That was a long time ago. Like he's going to a team that has a high usage player in Booker who can be efficient. You have that Kevin Durant, who he voiced frustrations with that Fogle and the offensive coaching did not scheme well enough for him to give him easy looks. And then you have Bill, who's going to be going from a 1 to a 3 option, who's not even healthy, who's in and out the lineup, so they barely got any type of reps to get a feel for it. I think next season, because they ain't got no much cap and they don't have draft picks, at least them being healthy, they can try to figure out some different schemes to help if they keep Frank Vogel, if they go somewhere else. But
I just don't like the no-shows. Because he got in like foul trouble. Like the last game, the elimination game, he had like 4 or 5 fouls already in the beginning of the third.
That was frustration.
We need you to come through, my guy.
That's coaching though.
Missing dunks, missing layups.
I think like off of what Musa said, and I think that had to do with coaching and frustration. You could tell with I feel like KD was the only one that was kind of maintaining and trying to keep his composure and stuff like that. But you could tell the frustration from Devin Booker and Bradley Beal.
Yeah, because why the hell do you have? And this is the thing. I know you ain't got no defense on that team, but your coach is still a defensive-minded coach, and Frank Vogel. Why the hell you got Bradley Beal one-on-one in isolation on the island with Anthony Edwards? Why are we doing this? Yeah. And he's in foul trouble.
Look at him. He was getting cooked.
Yeah,
boy, ain't nobody dealing with that man on Phoenix.
It'll be shocking to me how Darvin Ham's out of there, but Frank Vogel is not out of there.
Oh, it's because of where they're at. One's in Arizona, the other one's in Los Angeles. That's the only difference. Nobody care about Phoenix, Arizona. Nobody want to be over there.
Plus, Ham had 2 years, right? When did Frank Vogel get hired?
This season.
Yeah.
But even still, Ham went to a conference finals, and he lost the way he did this first round, but it was to the same team that's the defending champ. And when you're in the LA, they don't give you no excuses. You
can't get rid of AD. You can't get rid of Braun. You gotta get rid of the coach.
You ain't gonna get rid of Pelinka, who put this team together.
I wanna get back to the Philly and the Knicks series because I do think that was the best series, even though we still got Orlando and Cleveland going on right now. Believe Game 7's coming up soon. shout out to the Knicks making it to the second round against the hobbled Philly team. Shout out to Embiid to be able to do what he do with not only the meniscus thing he had going on, but other injuries with his eye, and I think he had something else that was lingering too. But it kind of sucks. I mean, clearly ain't nobody talking about the process or nothing like that. That stuff is over with. But shout out to the Knicks. I just want to know what's y'all take on them moving forward. Me personally, and I'll let y'all go. I think Tibbs is gonna run them out the gym. Shout out to Brunson, Josh Hart, DiVincenzo, the big man's names right off the top of my head. I can't remember his name.
Mitchell
Hartenstein.
Robinson.
Nah, Hartenstein, Mitchell Robinson too.
Hartenstein.
OG over there and stuff like that. I just think that Tibbs is going to run them to the ground. Indiana is going to be a high, fast-paced game, score a lot of points. Yeah, we know they don't play no defense or nothing like that, but I think the Knicks would make the conference finals. I just think by the time they get there, and if Boston does make it, I think they're going to be kind of gassed out. But we'll see. We'll see.
I think personally, if Porzingis doesn't come back healthy, the winner of this Pacers Knicks series will go to the finals.
Lord have mercy. We're gonna have a Pacers team in the finals. No, I'm not watching that crap.
I do think Pacers give the Knicks a run for their money, though.
The Pacers sneaky. Granted, there was no Giannis and Dame missed some games. The Pacers actually was pretty good defensively towards the middle of the end of that series against Milwaukee. Now, granted, there's no Giannis you got to worry about, and Dame missed some games, but that showed some life where they can probably hopefully keep that rolling and translate it against New York. Because let's face it, Philly's scheming on offense when they had chances to win some of those games was real questionable. Nick Nurse was giving Embiid the ball on the low block when he can't move on his leg. So they're doubling. He can't make a pass over the double team because he can't move. You're constantly giving them the same diet on the offensive end. I don't see Indiana doing the same thing. Although I mentioned this in the chat, Rick Carlisle kind of gets a pass because he ain't win a playoff series since 2011. This is his first playoff series win since 2011. And we chastised Doc Rivers, rightfully so, but I think we kind of forgot about Rick
That's
Carlisle.
actually kind of crazy. Just remind me again too. Before he was in Indiana, and correct me if I'm wrong, was he coaching Dallas before Kid got there?
Yep.
Yeah.
But Luka wasn't
He
there
had
yet.
he had Luka. He was there when Luka was drafted.
Okay, I'm just trying to remember his job right after. So what was his job right before Dallas?
I forgot what he coached.
He wasn't out the league for a year.
I don't think so.
I'm just trying to. I mean, 2011. It ain't that big of a deal, but 2011 is crazy, man.
Yeah.
So real
I
quick,
was in middle school.
I just graduated high school.
hey, did
He was a coach for Nets. He was a coach for the Nets, the Blazers, Pistons, the Mavericks, and then the Pacers.
So he been here a while.
Wow.
But you got Larry Brown and Mark Jackson who can't get a job though.
Fortnite kid, shout out to
What
you,
up,
man.
Fortnite kid?
What up?
Yo,
What's good?
But my thing about the Pacers in the Knicks series is, and I low-key think the Pacers are going to win that, probably 6-7 games, is because I don't think they have a matchup for Miles Turner and Siakam. I think Knicks are going to struggle with that. Plus, they have no bench production because watching TJ McConnell, oh my God, here comes
Nah, man, you can't wear that shirt. Go put on your Lakers shirt, man.
This is the bandwagon fan right here.
Hold
flip
on. I've been having my Knicks shirt on from the beginning. I said we had a West team and an East team, so I'm not starting that.
Nah, you got to put on that Brooklyn shirt.
If my Celtics had an easy way to the finals, I'll be wearing some green too.
Oh, here we go.
On this podcast,
It's not our fault. It's easy.
On
It's not our fault. It's easy.
It's not easy.
It's not our fault. It's easy.
Oh, it's not your fault, but at least you admit it. Musa didn't want to admit it.
Here we go. Admit what? What was easy? We only had one round yet. What are we doing here?
I didn't want my parents to cut off who was speaking. Continue, then I'll go. What up, y'all? What's going on? I'm a little tired.
Oh, no. I was pretty much saying I got Pacers over Knicks next series.
real quick about Embiid, has he ever been healthy in the playoffs?
I don't think so. That's what I'm about to say. He talking about easy, like y'all didn't just play and be with one leg.
Okay,
I
hold on.
mean, shout out to him with freaking Kawhi dealing with what he did. At least Embiid's there.
I mean,
New
Randall's
York,
out.
New York didn't have injuries.
Randall been out since January. We know about the.
Mitchell
He
Robinson
been
is
out.
banged up. Mitchell Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson been out too.
That's
What do we? You're naming Mitchell Robinson. How big of a factor is he going to be?
I mean, that's the big man that can slow down a Joel.
Hartenstein's been better.
They're playing on a 7-man roster.
Wait, so hold on,
Who's playing on a
hold on.
7-man roster?
Hold on, I'm trying to.
A 7-man roster right now.
No, they're not. No, they're not. That's not true at all.
They had one game with a 7-man roster. They played one game with 7-man rotation. So let's clear that. Let's clear that.
I'm just saying. You saying easy for Boston, like y'all didn't play Philly with one leg and B. It should have even went to 6. Y'all lost all them games because y'all was being careless.
Well, let's not say one leg. Still out there doing high production. So it ain't like he was just a pushover.
I know, because I'm the one who said that. Keep in mind, on one leg he averaged 30 and 9.
Hold on, y'all are playing Miami Heat without the soul.
Hold on.
I'm not disputing that. I'm just making sure we keep the same energy. You talk about easy, like y'all had easy.
Hey,
why y'all can't get the job done?
Hey, it's why every time you come in here, you always choking on the Celtics, man.
I'm not, bro.
Hey, why you hating?
We gotta be fair to everybody.
Every single time. We could be talking about OKC. We could be talking about the Bulls. We could be talking about the Sacramento Kings. How we get to the Celtics?
Why you hating?
Y'all poked at the injury with the Knicks and Embiid. So he poked at the injury for y'all team.
Oh man.
A brought it up first. He talked about, we didn't have it easy like the Celtics. No one here brought up the Celtics.
We injured too.
We gonna get there, man. Ace, but I want to know your take on Knicks and Philly. How did you feel about that series?
Get those bums out of here.
Damn.
Honestly, no. Like let's be real, bro. That trust the process. That process has been over with. Honestly, Philly put up a fight. I just feel like Tobias Harris, terrible. He let them down in tremendous ways. He stole money.
You could have got more bugs than him.
Tell me about it. You hear me? I feel like Tyrese Maxey fought, that game when they really stole it from the Knicks. Now, granted, it was a travel later on, but the replay center sucks. We'll get to that. I want to say that I like Philly's fight. If James Harden didn't give up, woulda, coulda, shoulda. But the way he did for the Clippers, I mean, it probably wasn't going to help.
So, real quick, because, we all in the chat. We have conversations all the time. You be bigging up Maxey when he be having these big stacked games. Mm-hmm. He had a shitty game this last game. So, are you still considering him having a bag? I just want to know your input on that.
Hold on. I just want to confirm that. All right. For the last 3 games, New York had a 7-man roster. The game 4, they played 8 people, and one person had 1 minute of playing time. So I wanted to make sure my
Who's the one person?
That was his.
I want to make sure my facts are lining up. Hold up. The one person who played 1 minute, Bogdanovic.
Okay, that was Tibbs. Yeah, that was Tibbs being Tibbs.
It was on the shortened roster, and I wanted to get clear with that.
Nah. Go back to the Maxey bag thing.
I just want to know. Does Maxey still have a bag?
Yes, he still has a bag.
He got a bag.
Well, hold on. Everybody has a bag, whether it's big bag, Louis bag, duffel bag, grocery bag. Let's just leave with that. They all in the NBA, so everybody has some type of bag. Some people's is plastic, some people's is leather. Some might be pleather. You feel me? Like
some got a bag of dust, some got a bag of tools in it.
Maxey still got a bag. Cause we ain't do that when Tatum had 4 10-point playoff
games. Why are we going to the Celtics?
Whoa. Okay, you know what? Let's stay focused. 6 games. The brother was bad for 1 bad game. It happens. But he put the ball in his hand. He helped you win.
So what happens when Tatum and Brown have a bad game?
You see, why we bringing up the Celtics?
I want to know.
He asked the question because Draco's said Tatum.
Yeah, no, I did bring it up.
Why Peso bringing up the Celtics? Hey,
I'm staying out of this. I'm gonna let y'all handle that one.
So he don't because of 1 game he don't have a bag. Is that what we said?
No. I just asked a simple question because again we have a chat. So when Maxey had that 40+ point game, everybody Ace asked. So Maxey has a deeper bag than Brown. So I want to know, since he had that last shitty game in the playoffs, do you still think Maxey has a bag?
T-Top and Mike, y'all are gonna. I want to hear this right now. Second, 1B? Are you going Maxey or are you going Jaylen Brown?
1B.
Well, because they're not the 1A. If Tatum's there,
No.
Jaylen Brown.
I'm just reciting. That's all.
Personally, myself, I want to see more of a sample size for Maxey than just this year. But if he keeps going on the tear that he's been going on, I'll probably go Maxey. But as of right now, it's Jaylen Brown. But that can change very quickly for me.
And that's where I'm at.
I like Jaylen Brown. I like Jaylen Brown, good two-way player, a force going to the rim. You don't hear no more about Jaylen Brown turning over the ball anymore. Like
that's
you gotta say that too. You gotta say that. You gotta say that too. You gotta say that two-way a little lower.
That's a lie. He's still turning that ball over.
Yeah, he's still
he had like 5 turnovers last game.
He has more turnovers. He has more turnovers than Maxey, and Maxey has a higher percentage rate. And when we talk about bag
has more turnovers than Maxey. What? How is that big? How does that make a break that he has a deeper bag than him? Though.
Okay, hold up, right there. When we say bag is referred to offense. So why does two-way player come up?
I wouldn't say bags just referred to offense. It's just
Okay,
all around.
overall.
Yes,
Let
no.
Let me clarify this. Yeah,
Bag offensively.
Thank you. Because when this was first brought up, right? I was speaking when you talk about a bag. We ain't talking about no damn defense. We're talking about half-court offense. Give me the ball. What you got? How you gonna counter my moves? Who got a deeper bag? I said Brown over Maxey. Because if you watch the games, Maxey, and this is very unique, by the way, because Maxey's right-handed player. You let Maxey go left, you're at his mercy, especially off the pick and roll.
Can Brown?
But you watch the games. Maxey, first of all, Maxey don't have a post game like Brown does. As a part of your offensive bag, right? Everyone would agree, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So that's one up. Maxey don't really shoot the mid range like that. He's more of a get to the rim or a 3-point shooter. Brown is more effective on all 3 levels because he has the mid range game. Not saying Maxey can't do it. He doesn't utilize it more. Would everyone agree?
Yeah.
I feel like for us. Keep going.
You said I'm speaking for y'all?
Just keep going, bro.
I'm actually. You can disagree.
I don't want to stay on Maxey and Brown too long, but keep going. I just want to hear, your end of your.
And then so how everyone feel about him getting to the rim? Yeah, we talk about defensively. No. Because Brown, early stage Brown defensively was pretty good, but he kind of slacked off a little bit these last couple seasons.
I think because his offensive capability had to go up, so I can see how that might have happened. But he at one point when he got into like defense, yeah.
And then going to the rim, it could be fast break, half court. I already said Maxey in the fast break is elite. Like I'm not arguing that. He clears. He got Brown in that fast break offense.
Yeah,
half court, get to the rim. You can go either way.
Transition player for sure.
So you said no post, no midi, and what else? No what?
No, I'm saying Maxey doesn't have the post game like Brown does.
Okay,
I said the midi, but the midi is just it's iffy because like he doesn't utilize the mid range as much as Brown does. So it's not like he can't go to it. He just doesn't do it. If you watch, he really shoots off the screen. And he gets to the rim all the way.
So what about
mid range?
They sound like Prime James Harden then.
Hell, what? No.
They're almost like Prime James Harden. No post move, no midi. Just to the cover three.
Nah.
That was.
I get you. I understand. I get your point. It's just hard when I hear Prime Harden because there's levels to that. I understand what you mean by that. I get you. I would agree with that. Sure. Although he doesn't have the floater like Harden does.
So real quick, who's a better shot creator?
Between who?
Overall?
Brown and Maxey.
I'm taking
Maxey.
I'm gonna go Brown.
Like a shot, like literally shot creator. No picks needed.
Like creating their own shot specifically for themselves.
You're a shot creator.
I'm gonna go Brown.
Hands
I'm
down.
Brown. I'm gonna go Brown.
I gotta go see.
Because we seen it every time Maxey got the ball. What he called for?
It's real simple. Every time Maxey gets right after half court, it's always a high screen right to the top by
Yo,
the
come
half
on,
court
big
line.
fella.
Thank
Come
you.
on, big fella.
For him to get down in transition,
Go downhill, right
get an easy
hand.
bucket layup.
So what
As
that's
he
called is
draws.
a pick and roll offense. Everybody do not run 5 and out. That's just
Right.
all.
But I
But
agree
that-
with that.
Without a pick, can
I got
he?
a dude that's playing 29 minutes only shoot 2
Oh,
shots. Come set this pick. I need you to be useful.
Yeah,
It's
but
how
I'm
you get your usage rate up. You're getting paid like I am. I need you to do something out here.
simply asking off of shot creation. Yeah, you could use the screen and still create your own shot, but also without that screen, what could you do with that ball? Creating your own shot. I just think slightly Brown is a little bit maxi at
Like
that.
with Maxi speed, I'm not gonna lie. He would be if he trained like to be an off-ball player like Steph, he would be crazy. But
Not even
But-
if he can curate, if he uses out his mid range, he'll be goaded. And again, this is not saying that Maxey cannot be better than Brown at some point. I'm speaking right now. I'm gonna still take Brown because Brown can do
Yes,
more than
y'all
half
is.
court.
Y'all telling me
Saturday.
I have a tool, but not to use the tool, use my hand.
what are you talking about? As far as what?
Y'all tell him, okay, you have a pick and roll that you can use, but not to use the pick and roll. I want to see what you do.
I'm not saying that.
No, that's not what we're
What I'm
saying.
saying is 9 times out of 10. Okay, let's put it this way because I think I understand what you're trying to say, right? When there's a minute left, 50 seconds, a lot of players have go-to moves. That's what we call a tag, right?
Mm-hmm.
He don't have a go-to move. His go-to is pick high screen. I'm going to hezzy downhill. That's not a go-to. That's not going to save you with 5 seconds on the clock and you need a game winner. Like,
Has it been working? Has it been working though?
Not
I'm
every
saying,
time.
I'm gonna say
Not
it
every
worked
time.
in that game. That okay, for example, right? Look, like think about this, right? That high screen, it damn near it's like the game he had in B had 50 where he chucked up that 3 at the logo, right?
Didn't Jamal Murray just went off a hot screen?
Yeah, but Jamal Murray has a way deeper bag than Maxey because Jamal Murray posts up and he gets the fadeaway. Jamal Murray can create his own shot.
In a game time situation, what did he use?
Yeah, but you could still create your own shot off of a screen. That's
he used the high screen in a row.
I
think you're taking the high screen and roll part, and that's what you're. What I'm saying is
we're not diminishing that.
I'm not diminishing. Like, thank you, Trey. All I'm saying is a lot of other players like the Lucas and shit. When they get to that, like they have a one-on-one ISO time, they have moves to go to. I just haven't seen Maxey go to any of them. I'll say that.
He still has hella room to develop that. I do think, and I'm gonna state this now, I do think eventually, and as Mike stated, Maxey is not far off. I do see him overshadowing Jaylen Brown in the future if he continues to develop.
Yeah,
I could easily see that.
What I will say, if he gets like off that high screen and roll, he could continue to use it. I don't give a hell.
Yeah, he has to use that.
I just want to see him do more than just go straight downhill. That's all I'm saying. If you get Jay, you get what I'm trying to say, bro. Like,
I ain't mad at nobody that's trying to go to the cup, boy. The league.
I'm not mad at that.
No, we're not mad at that
because you know why the league is. A lot of people don't.
Think about it. It's to his advantage. Like I mentioned, he's a right-handed player, and you can't stop him going left off the screen. As most defenders, you already have a hard time guarding a left-handed player. So for him to be able to go left to his offhand and be that lethal and elite, going to the rim or getting the three-point shot, that puts the defense on a disadvantage, and it's an advantage for him. So it's actually uplifting him. It's not diminishing him. But that kind of goes to the point with the most improved I was mentioning. Like, yeah, he increased his points, but that's because he had a bigger role in the offense as opposed to someone like Kobe White. If you watch him last year to this year, you can clearly see the increase in his offense from the mid-range, the pick and roll pull-up, to get into the rim, the floaters, etc., which is why I thought he deserved the award over Maxey.
Man, that man did not deserve that shit.
Kobe White? Okay.
Let's move on, fellas. There's a lot more playoff stuff to talk about, man.
He did not deserve that shit, bro.
Real quick, Mike. As we all know, Darvin just got fired from the Lakers. They're on their way packing their bags. They probably just landed in Cancun as we speak. Mike, where you at with the decision that the Lakers just made to fire Darvin Ham, man?
Well, you got the ultimate player coach there. So what?
You don't need a coach.
Yeah, you don't need a coach. So what's really the point in fire him? Like other than maybe Mike Budenhauser, who are you gonna get
You need to fire
that
the
can do
road.
more than Darvin Ham? Like
They're gonna get JJ Redick, so LeBron can sip wine with him. After the
I don't
game.
know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know because didn't he have an interview with the Hornets already? I believe it
You gotta
was.
run some ghost screens and what else he be talking about? Freaking Oklahoma sets.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, what team does JJ want to coach? I don't. What's taking
It's
so long?
not about what he wants to do, is what they allow him to do.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it
If I'm
happening.
him,
If
I'm
JJ become a
Redick,
coach, if he become a coach for the Lakers and they go to the chip, he's golden.
They need a lot more pieces.
Yeah, I ain't moving the pole that far yet.
if I'm him, I would rather coach the Lakers than the Hornets. I think that's a
Damn
no-brainer.
right, I'm coaching the Lakers.
But I feel like it's a win-lose situation for him. If he goes there and he has, let's say, he has a run like Ham had his first year, goes to the conference finals. Doesn't matter how they lose. He's gonna get praise. But then if he goes there and he has a situation where he had like Steve Nash in Brooklyn, where it's just they're not meeting expectations, then he's gonna get chastised. And the crazy thing is, when you compare the two, Nash was actually on a coaching staff before he got hired to Brooklyn, where Paul Dezrick has no coaching experience on any collegiate or NBA level.
I think because of the podcast JJ and LeBron have together, there's a crazy relationship that they're gonna have, and they're gonna talk strategy every night on the opposing teams. And I think that's beneficial.
Strategy ain't gonna get you wins. Strategy ain't gonna get you production on that.
Yeah, they gotta fix the roster too, but
you know. But I want to hear from the Lakers fan himself. Because last episode, you made a couple statements thinking that it was still going to be 7 games. Me and you had conversations during the week and stuff like that.
Call out! Call out!
Where you at, Mr. Lakers?
Let me start with this, right? Last Saturday, y'all said it was over, and they got an extra game. So y'all were all wrong.
Wow.
Let's start with that.
I mean, I was going for the Lakers regardless.
Secondly, they were in position. Every game they were in position. They dropped the ball. It happens in sports. That's that. I just feel like, honestly, Darvin Ham's decision were questionable, but they only lost to one team in 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess Golden State put a lot of coaches out of a job. Cleveland, LeBron was putting coaches out of a job, back-to-back, things like that. So it happens. However, to fire the whole coaching staff, next season y'all have to come with some heat. The man is getting older, not younger.
You still think LeBron's going to stay in LA?
I don't know. But sometimes it ain't the X's and O's, but the Jimmys and Joes. Sometimes the players
I like that.
Sometimes the players don't execute and cost these coaches their jobs.
Can't coach hard.
You can't coach hard. So like when Doc Rivers had a 3-1 lead and the Clippers blew it, they cost Doc Rivers his job in the Clippers. Other different situations like that.
Was that your dog?
Yeah. I thought it was well.
He's excited. He's excited about this NBA, man. It's about
get on the show.
What was AD fourth quarter production like in this series? Anybody know?
He barely got any touches of field goal attempts. And I feel like with him as a player, I agree with you, Clips. They didn't want to give him the ball, but at the same time, AD go in the huddle. Man, damn what the hell Bron and anyone say, give me the damn ball. Demand the ball. Especially, I think it was game 2 where he went like 13 or 14 in the first half.
Minutes without scoring in the second half.
Bro, I get what he's saying about going in the huddle. Yo, that is not that man character, bro.
It's not.
But
I agree.
It's not.
But it's time to drop your nuts.
You would think.
Yo, listen.
You would think with a caliber player with LeBron, he would at least acknowledge that.
They don't got to pass you the ball. You rebound it and you just take it down court.
Listen to what I'm telling you.
I agree.
AD's counterpart has always been the vocal person. It's never been AD.
So you're telling me LeBron didn't have no knowledge that he was 13 for 14 that game and didn't give him the ball for a quarter?
I'm not saying that. I didn't say that. No. LeBron, you can have the knowledge when at the end of the game, LeBron know this blame's going to him. So at the end of the day, I got whatever I got to do. But what I'm saying to you is, even when AD was in the Pels, he was not a vocal person. It was more so DeMarcus Cousins, Rondo. He's never gonna be vocal about getting himself the ball. He's gonna play and defer.
Well, we know a couple silent assassins was in the league now, man.
Because at the end of the day, it's just basketball, right?
Now we trolling. So I just feel like it's a couple things. The same way, I don't even want to bring up other teams, and let me stay on the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
The way it was, AD will open the games up and get traction. Yes, LeBron was like doing his thing in the fourth. However, it comes down to two things. As an NBA fan, as a basketball player, when we go to, matter of fact, me, Peso, T-Top, Musa, and Draco, we went to LA Fitness. If we see T-Top got the hot hand and we need to get, we're going to feed him the ball. However, if I'm looking at T-Top and he's like looking tired, he's not really showing that he wants it, we got to do what we got to do to keep going. We don't know what goes on in those huddles. LeBron has the highest IQ, but even from Spencer Dinwiddie to D'Angelo Russell, if I'm looking for AD and he's hiding behind Jokic, he's hiding, trying to catch his breath, we still got to score. We only got 24 seconds to get the ball in the hole. We don't got time for you to catch your breath and everything. And he had a tough assignment. You have to guard Jokic and you got to defend and give him buckets. And he was doing a good job for what he could do. I just feel like the one game when he went 19 minutes with one field goal attempt, he probably got winded with that high altitude. I'm not making excuses for him. However, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Because I was going to ask you a point. Because I agree with you.
I just feel like you knew what you signed up for. As soon as the seedings were decided, you knew Nuggets. Watch the film. It goes into a lot of different things. So, vocal or not, his team, hey, yo, you hot, let's go. But if you see that he's tired of winning, I'm not saying he was. We just got to take into different factors. If he was tired of winning and he ain't showing that he wanted, we got to do us. If D'Lo's supposed to be the shooter and he's off and on, the series was off, on, and that's the stats that showed.
Can't
so
depend on D'Lo.
Like, if he get an open look, it's like shoot it. However,
man, we ain't gonna talk about.
I wanted to see more post-midi LeBron though in the fourth quarter.
Can we give some disrespect to Rui? Because Rui didn't show up either at all.
I mean, offensively, no, but sometimes defensively, after a game 4,
he going to call him with all them other rule polices. All this
he's an extra body to do cardio.
He's going to bag with the Tyshawn Prince, the Cam Reddish, he's going all them bums. Not the you made
Torian Prince.
Torian Prince is balling.
Huh?
He was that best player off the bench.
What is your definition of balling?
Someone that could put the ball in the hoop, which no one on the Lakers could have done off the bench but him.
Off the bench.
He was not balling, bro. Stop.
Okay, let's put it in this perspective.
Boy was looking lost on defense. Yeah, he was. Yes, he was balling because he hit some shots, but he was out here also taking shots that was ill-advised at times as well.
So what are you asking your bench player to do?
Up until game 3, I just want to put this back out there because I've mentioned I think last episode.
Man,
until game 3, the only person off that bench to score was Torian Prince, which was like 15 points.
Yeah,
the first bench play to score off that bench, other than him, was Spencer Dinwiddie from the free throw line.
You said that was 15 points in what?
I believe it was 15 in the first 2 games for the bench. Right? For the bench scoring, I believe. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on the exact number. Don't quote me on the exact number.
I know. 15 points in what, 2 games?
I believe.
Yeah,
it's something
out of here.
It's better than what you get from anyone else off the bench that's playing.
But that's my point. He was so focused on scoring, he couldn't guard.
But I also want to bring up the Lakers outscored the Nuggets in this series for most of the game. The big issue was execution down the stretch. It was down the stretch execution was what killed them. And to Ace's point about AD being tired, I feel like that goes somewhat to him. So I believe you should have been able to try to give AD some break minutes, or if you're going to play him, hell, I don't care if he don't score. Put Jackson Hayes with AD to help him on the rebounding. Give AD a break off Jokic.
We all know Jackson Hayes wasn't doing nothing down there, bro.
We all know that, but damn it, that's why AD got the foul trouble. Think about it. The game, I think it was game 2 when Murray hit the game winner. AD was in foul trouble, which is why they sat him a lot in that second half. That don't happen if you put him on someone else and put Hayes down there and let Hayes use his fouls.
Every time Jackson Hayes was out on that floor, he looked lost and confused.
And that goes back to coaching. What are y'all doing on the coaching to not get these players prepared?
Well, granted, the atmosphere is higher in the playoffs. But one thing too, I don't like the extras traveling. Y'all hurt. Don't stay at home. Let's stay focused on who's here because Christian Wood hurt. All the people that's hurt, Vanderbilt, everybody, just stay home. Support us from home. Because when we hear y'all clap, y'all not going through war with us. Like it's just
but no, they needed Vanderbilt there because technically
Vanderbilt would have helped on that pick and roll against Murray.
Would have helped, but if you hurt, stay home.
He could explain what he sees as a defender.
Yeah. And to Dre's point, Vanderbilt being there last year, playing against him, so he already knows tendencies. And then that does not allow. Then you could, as a Darvingham, you could sub Austin Reeves' ass out and put Vanderbilt in, and you don't got to worry about Reeves getting cooked on that pick and roll for that game winner, which left AD on the drop coverage to play that mid-range shot. You have Vanderbilt who could play press. It's not the excuse. I'm not giving them any excuse. I'm just putting up the facts.
The whole starting five was there, D'Lo included. LeBron included. Like
Vanderbilt technically would have been starting. He would have been starting over Rui.
You want your boys there too, even if you're going to war and they can't suit up. You still want your boys there for more support.
They taking up space.
You know
Christian Woods ain't my boy. He ain't do too much for us. I'm sorry.
I forgot about him, man.
Like after what, the first 2 games in the season, that was it. In season tournament, that was it.
And I'm just saying, I said it a couple times. I know people talk about, I don't know about that. You could have used Cam Reddish for perimeter defense. I'm just saying.
Oh my God,
bro!
Loves Cam Reddish.
Would you rather? None of them could score. That's why they got swept. Almost game they got swept. That's the point.
I mean, out of everybody,
you lost two games because you couldn't play defense.
Out of everybody on that team, probably besides Taurean Prince, he might been their best wing defender. Of course, LeBron, but off the bench.
LeBron even in the category for wing defender because LeBron will do it in spurts, which obviously because of his age. The best perimeter defender is probably him and Taurean Prince, other than Vanderbilt.
I understand that, but what about those lineups during the season where you put them in and it's like, yeah, they defended, but they're not scoring. We need points too. Nuggets is a team where you got to be on point on both sides of the ball.
You're right.
We don't have a lot of two-way players. LeBron, AD, stops that. Rui when he's hot, but we don't got time to put Cam Reddish in to defend, and you ain't scoring.
Right, and I agree with you, but also, and I would like you think you agree at this point. One of the biggest reason why Lakers lost is because they couldn't get stops. And it was turning the ball over.
Oh, no.
So if you put somebody in who can actually do that, then that limits Denver's chances of scoring and get easy buckets.
Half, they were just confident they won. They stopped making those paying attention to details in the second half they did in the first half.
They were up 20 and they gave up a 20-point lead.
Okay, hold on. There's plenty of people who blew 20.
Wouldn't that go into defense? Yes, that's true. I agree with you.
This season I blew 20-point leads.
I just don't agree that the Lakers went out the second half and thought that they already won the game and sealed the deal. I think they were really aware, very aware of who they were playing in the Denver Nuggets, especially after game 1 with them coming back. Game 2 being that up 20 and them coming back. Game 3 and 4, I really think they went out there and tried. I just going back to coaching, and I'm not big on the coaching part. You can make adjustments, but if you're out there not producing, them adjustments don't matter.
I want to make a point and say that how
you just got beat.
The bubble playoffs kept that team together, woulda, coulda, shoulda. But let's stay focused on how Nuggets kept that same core. I think Aaron Gordon just got there, or he just was about to get there. LeBron and AD said it. I don't think the rest of the team said it. But back then, they knew that this is a second half team, and it's been there. So I'm not gonna fully say, they didn't know, they weren't aware. They were aware that was a second half team. But however, I just feel like in certain games, even if LeBron didn't get comfortable, certain people got comfortable to the fact that we up, they're gonna bend over or give up, and they didn't do that.
So would you say it's almost like how the Warriors used to have people in the third quarter, that second half, like you know something coming for you.
I mean, yeah. I mean, at the same time, either you prepare or the coaches prepare and everything like that. I'm just saying, they gave up a 20-point lead. There's plenty of teams this season that gave up 20-point leads, and we all know them. However, it happens. It's just.
You could prepare for a whooping. It's still going to come. And it came.
Damn, way to put it, man. Let's get to the Bucks. Of course, we know they were hobbled up. But where y'all at? And I'll start with you, T-Top. Where you at with Doc Rivers in that situation over there? How do you think they move forward? What will happen?
I already knew there was going to be a lot of slander on Doc's name, but that's my boy. I can't blame this situation on him. You know,
That's
Giannis-
your boy.
That's your boy.
But the Celtics and
Wait. We not just skating over that. Doc is what?
Doc's my boy, man. We're not going to blame him
Brought-
for.
he brought
Hold on. Real quick, T-Top. Do you think the Celtics won that championship because of Doc Rivers?
Which one?
Yeah, come on. There was a lot of personalities that he had to
T.
get.
Come on.
There's a lot of personalities.
Hey, we're not doing that, Peso. No, yes, they won
Rondo,
that shit with
Ray
Doug
Allen,
Rivers. Yes.
KG, Perkins. There was a lot of personalities he had to mesh together, and he made it happen.
I don't
Yes,
think
KG acknowledged that as well as Rondo and Paul Pierce.
They could acknowledge all the hell that what they want. Doc
yeah,
Rivers
that
could
was
be
not
there.
fucking Doc.
If you not producing on the court, you ain't winning shit. I don't give a damn how good you are. Look at Pop.
So you can coach that 08 team to a championship? Fuck out of
Yes.
here, man. Stop
Hell
it.
yeah.
Stop it.
Hell yeah.
You gotta have some backbone. You gotta have
I'm
some
not.
backbone.
I'm not a professional basketball coach. For
And
what?
he is.
For
He
what?
played the game.
So,
I've been a coach before. I coached that 08 team to the chip. You don't give Doc that
Hey,
credit.
get the
A lot
fuck
of
out
people
of
don't got
here.
the backbone. A lot of people don't got the backbone.
shout out to KG, man. I think that's the reason why they won that chip, man.
They
I
have
agree.
personalities like that.
Shout out to
That's why,
KG,
I
man.
think that's why he got that Bucks position, because
Oh.
he knew they had some high profile personalities and characters that he needed to coach.
So
Dog
hold
is a
on.
job.
Wait.
So Phil Jackson get credit for that Chicago's bull runs? Or is it
Oh,
just
yeah.
MJ?
Same thing.
Go
Same
ahead, lie.
thing.
No, Payson, put yourself on the full screen, Payson on lie. Go ahead. Phil Jackson get credit for that?
I'm going with the team that was on the floor. I'm always going with the players that's on the floor.
There you go, Mr.
Who's
Political.
coaching them?
There you go.
I'm not taking. Listen, guys, y'all. I keep it the same energy all the time when it comes to coaching. These coaches are great. Doc Rivers was a great coach that year specifically, but you guys are aware how much KG was coaching Rondo while on the floor during practices, off seasons. The same thing with Big Baby. The reason why Big Baby was who he was because of KG. So I'm not taking credit away from Doc Rivers at
You
all.
already did, because you said he doesn't get no credit. You literally said that. Why are we lying? What are we doing? Just stand on it. Just stand on it. Because you just said you didn't get credit.
KG gets credit for that finals win. That's what I'm going with.
Oh, here we go. I understand, because I was waiting for you to lie, but you got a way around it. Go ahead, Mr. Political. I got you.
Yo, Tito,
My boy Raymond Reddington with it. Okay.
Yo,
Go ahead.
so before Doc coached the Celtics, where was he?
He was in Orlando.
Philadelphia. Oh,
really
before the
asked
Celtics.
that.
What before the Celtics? He was in Orlando, right?
Yeah.
I believe he was in Orlando, yeah.
Was they winning?
They didn't have
They-
that. They didn't have
they-
that.
They won't win it at all.
They didn't have that.
They got
drive.
to the playoffs, but they lost in the postseason. Yeah.
So when he go coach Orlando, they ain't win shit. He come to Boston, they won.
They didn't have the Mbutu tribe over there, man.
Orlando's when he lost his first 3-1 lead.
I'm glad you brought up the Mbutu. Who brought the Mbutu to that team?
That doesn't change my opinion.
Nah, nigga, you can't bring that
That doesn't
up.
change
You
my
can't give him credit
opinion.
for it.
That doesn't change my opinion.
What are we doing?
Because Mbutu was put in place when he first got there before KG got there.
That's what you think so.
Before
You
KG
thought
got
you was
there,
gonna get out
Mbutu was
of
put into place.
You thought you was gonna get out of that shit. Look how you
Let's talk about what Doc Rivers was doing there with just Paul Pierce. How about that?
Ankles, like you said, give him the rope, right, Clips?
Let them hang.
What did Doc Rivers do before KG got there?
Nothing.
And Mbutu was put into place.
First of all, what
He
year
got
did
us
he
the
start
number one
coaching?
draft pick, I think.
What year was he started? First of all, I don't know. So I'm genuinely asking. What year did he start coaching the Celtics?
I believe Doc Rivers got there literally the year before they won.
Okay, so they got what? I think they got to the second round that year, if I'm not mistaken.
No, he was when Doc Rivers was there. I think it was the first or second year. That's when they had the high draft pick for Rondo. I'm pretty sure.
That was like 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years before.
2 years
he was
before
there.
KG
He was
came.
there then. Yeah.
So what? How high was Rondo? He was in a top 10 pick, wasn't he?
He was top 5. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Rondo went pretty
Rondo
high.
was a top 5 pick?
Yeah.
Hell
the
no.
Celtics
No,
suck.
what are we doing?
Hell no.
He was just talking about that. He was.
Hell no.
So that means they was middle of the pack or bottom of the conference. Maybe again,
Nah,
I
that
gotta
year,
check.
Rondo was the 21st pick of the 2006 draft.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that
but
that
look
means
at
they
their
had to be a
record that
middle of
year.
pack
Their
team.
record before that was not good. Or no, it was Rondo's first year. I'm sorry, not when
Yeah, so
before
2
they,
years
it was
before they
Rondo's
won.
first year that
So he
they
got
had the
there 2
bad
years
year.
before they won the chip. Okay, and was Antoine Walker was gone by then, right?
Yes, he was in Miami, I
Which
think.
was Boston's second leading scorer, but with Paul Pierce, or they
Mhm.
intertwined.
One.
So then he gets there, he loses one of his best scorers. Okay, I'm just putting it out. I'm just trying to put the context out there.
Let's get back to the Bucks though with
Yeah,
coaching.
let's get back to the topic. You said Doc was your guy, bro. That's how I was just trolling, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't know there was so much hate. I didn't know there was so much hate for Doc. But I don't blame him for this failure, for the Bucks' failure, though. I'm not putting that on him.
I hate
Obviously,
Doc for
Giannis
all
was injured.
failure.
Huh?
I ain't with you on that, T-Talk.
I hate Doc for all
So
the
hold up,
failure.
did Indiana only win because the Bucks were hurt?
No.
They
I mean,
won
that's a
because
big
Giannis
reason.
was out.
Yeah,
That's a big reason.
They won because Giannis was out.
I think Bucks would have won that series if Giannis played in
Injuries was a big
7.
reason
I'm
for
not
that
blaming
series,
that
huh?
on Giannis being out when they won a game and that whole starting lineup was balling without Giannis in it.
Right. Damian
Yeah,
started
but you still can't account for a 30 and 12 with 5 assists. Giannis is still
I'm just
it's still
asking,
a
so
big loss.
Injuries was a factor in that series, right?
No, absolutely.
and he
Absolutely.
got rebounds that Brook Lopez don't do.
Absolutely.
He's a rim protector.
That's what Bobby Portis is there for.
I mean, let's talk about it too. I do think Doc Rivers was coaching his ass off in this series, though, to be able to pull out a win with just the role players that they had without Giannis and Dame, with Bobby Portis being out that game and stuff like that. I think he did a pretty good job.
And Pacer, to that point, I think that's what frustrates everybody with Doc Rivers. It's like, you know how to coach. You can make adjustments. Why you got to wait until you don't got your best 2 players to do that?
Like those guys should have been playing, man. Like they actually look good out there. But I'm interested to see the development, of those guys in the offseason and stuff.
Why did they fire Budenholzer? Because Giannis got hurt last series.
I don't understand that either.
They fired Budenholzer because
I know he had a family incident, like a passing that had happened before that situation. So I don't know too deep of what was the aftermath too, but I didn't get that situation either at all.
Yeah, that played a factor in it because I think mentally he was just like he wasn't there. So that played a role, but also to keep it back to the basketball, the adjustments was just like for someone that is a coach that is known for defense to not make the adjustments you did in the fashion you lost because of that defense said adjustments not being made. It just broke. Everything just was like the time.
I just want to say, not to take up for Doc. From when he got there to the end, I have questions on if he just kept their same defensive scheme or really implemented his whole take. Because they've been through so many coaching staffs, so many game plans. Like, all right, I don't know if he winged it, knowing he'll have a whole new season and be like, let's do it this way, or anything. Me personally, as a fan of the game, I'm kind of glad they lost, and the fact that Giannis can properly heal. God forbid they make it to the next round and then something happened and it's worse. So as a fan too, because that's a player I would like to see play as long as he can and everything like that. There's been a lot of contactless injuries recently. I don't know if it's the weight room, if it's just the height of people who do it. So from that standpoint, yeah, it's unfortunate they lost, but it's like we protect our asset. We were battle tested in the playoffs. We seen what it was. Now, I feel like that game where Bobby Portis got the tech and ejected, that was stupid and selfish to his team, especially how he came out swinging the following game.
100%.
Pat Bev, that man is about to be out of here.
He's forced it. Yeah.
No. That Pat Bev stuff is getting blown up. And what he did to the lady specifically was wrong. But the way people are talking, Pat Bev been doing that all year to report. If you ain't subscribed to the channel, we not talking. It just gets magnified now. The ball situation, I don't agree with. Even when I first seen it, I don't agree with it. But at the same time, that whole reporting thing, the way he spoke to the lady, I don't agree with. But the whole premises of what he was doing is not new. He's been doing that all year.
Oh,
so Patrick Beverly.
Oh, when he told her, yeah, if you ain't subscribed to my podcast, with that mic, baby. Yeah, not
But I
respect
also
that.
want to point out that it's sad. I feel bad for Giannis because he's been ridiculed with these injuries in the playoffs. Since they won the championship, they haven't got up past the second round. They lost in the second round, I think, the year after, and they lost first round exits back to back.
That ring was a fluke.
I wouldn't go that far, but
I mean, honestly, let's talk about this, right? I'm not gonna say a fluke, but it was easier than it should have been.
It was a fluke.
Trey
was
Young,
it easier?
It wasn't a fluke.
I wouldn't say it was easier.
It was one of those wishing on
They
a
were
star.
they were supposed to play Philadelphia in the conference finals.
And they would have beat Philly. They would have beat Philly.
No, they wouldn't.
We don't know.
Yes, they would have.
Philly
We're talking
had
about Joel Embiid. We're talking about the same Doc Rivers, y'all. You just ridiculing. We're talking about Ben Simmons. What are we doing?
They had the great Doc.
Ben Simmons disappeared.
Real quick,
We had Mr. Joel Embiid who throws excuses to everyone but himself in playoff appearances, which is what he did to Ben. So yeah, they would have whooped their ass. I'll stand on that.
Man, Ben
Walker would have
Simmons'
whooped him.
soul is still hanging on the rim for that jump shot. That Kawhi hit, bro.
And be crushed in the locker room still.
before we move on, everybody watching, man, we encourage y'all to like the channel, subscribe to the channel, man. We appreciate all the subscribers. We appreciate all the likes, the love, the comments, the shares. Just keep it coming. Keep it coming. Mike, we know that KP's out with an injury. Most likely going to be missing the second round against Orlando or Cleveland.
I got winning. My bad.
That series?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm going with the home team. It
The
seems
home
like
team's won every game so far.
Yeah, it's been pretty tough. But where you at with KP being out?
I think they'll get past next round regardless of who they face. But as I said earlier in the show, whoever wins the Pacers Knicks series, it all depends if KP comes back and he's healthy. If he comes back, I think the Celtics will be okay. But if he doesn't come back, I'm picking the Pacers or the Knicks, whoever wins that series over the Celtics with no Porzingis.
That's a hot take. I'm gonna hold you to that.
Yep.
I'm gonna hold you to that. Everybody watching, Mike got the Celtics losing in the conference finals if KP doesn't come back.
I put a bet on the Knicks to win the Eastern Conference the second he went down before the odds changed. So I'm not worried about it.
That's a hot
But
take.
if he comes back, as I said, I still got the Celtics win. But if he's not there, I think Indiana will shoot him out of the gym, and I think Jalen Brunson will be too much for the Celtics to handle when it comes down to it. I know Porzingis doesn't have much to do with Brunson, but
so you think Tibbs with that
Is
said
Derek
with
White
that?
still there? Is Drew Holiday still there? I'm confused. Why are we scared of the Knicks now?
Drew Holiday hasn't done shit the whole playoffs. But yeah, Derek White's been one of the best players. Yeah, he's not a lot of turnovers. That's true.
He's been one of the better defenders on that perimeter with him and White. Offensively, I agree with you. He hasn't really done
Not in the
anything on offense.
playoffs. I'm just talking about the playoffs so far.
Defensively.
Injuries matter. We said that. So I'm just let that go with the whole Miami Heat and Celtics series. But
I think that series would have gone 7 games if not the Celtics.
What do you think?
lose.
You think if Jimmy Butler was there, that Miami would have won the series?
I mean, they had a chance, and he proved that before. Jimmy Butler, Terry Rozier, they were missing people that could score and defend.
So do you think Miami would have won the series if those two guys were back healthy?
I don't know. Honestly, Boston just tied up their series with Miami for the last couple of years. At one point, Miami had y'all number, bro. So it was not to count them out. Hold on. So Miami had y'all number in the last couple of years in the playoffs?
I think it was game 4 or 5 they mentioned. I think it was 5 when they was in route in the Miami. They said Boston, Wednesday says they won the last 10 of the something meetings. I think Boston has the upper hand slightly.
From
in the last
Jimmy got there, it was 2-1 into that last series.
Oh, you're going just off when Jimmy got there?
Yeah, that's what they're going on.
I'm asking based off of this season. Do we think that Jimmy Butler and Terry Rozier would have beat them?
Miami proved last year.
No.
No.
Celtics would have lost game 3 and 4 if they were there.
Just say no.
No, I don't have to follow the masses, bro. I'm gonna stand on my point. We don't know.
If Jimmy Butler and Terry Rozier were there, do you think Miami Heat would have beat us round 1?
I mean, they would have had a better chance considering that we know that Porzingis would have got hurt.
That's not what I'm asking you.
I'm saying fully healthy. I don't want no if Porzingis hurt. I want him there when that happens too.
Oh, fully healthy, both sides.
Fully healthy, both sides.
I think Boston wins in 6.
Look at games 3 and 4. They're not winning those games.
Ace, I'm just looking for a simple yes or no.
You see the dominance, man.
I'll say it. I think the Heat would have won.
Wow.
Everyone knows my reason why I still have Boston winning because
you know how
Miami.
Jamal Murray turned up in the playoffs. Jimmy Butler, that's a different man in the playoffs.
You're right.
So that's accounting for one person.
One person don't make a difference.
Rozier's comfortable in that Celtics arena. Like come on, he's a two-way player.
They lost their 1-8.
Is he really? Is he really?
I was about to say, is he a two-way player? Because I don't know about that.
I don't know.
Let's be honest.
I'm seeing him in the Celtics uniform turn up in the playoffs and get good key stops in the end.
Ace, I was in high school when he did that.
Bro, okay, hold on. I just feel like
even really turned up yet.
You said what?
The fact that y'all count Miami out, knowing how every time y'all look down on them, they eliminated y'all. I just don't see how y'all do that.
It wasn't every time.
We went to the finals when I doubted them too, so that's not true.
I think Butler missed a shot with 20 seconds left.
He missed the shot. Oh well, he missed it.
Okay,
Tatum got hurt last year in Game 7. We would have won probably. So I mean, it happens.
It was
injuries matter.
Yeah.
Injuries matter. Exactly. Injuries matter. So the whole bubble, put y'all out the bubble. All right, we're cool. Y'all won. Then last year they sent Milwaukee home first round. How'd y'all up?
We didn't win in the bubble.
And y'all not worried about Miami?
Y'all Miami in the bubble.
Oh, they beat the Celtics. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say this one point, and I'm gonna let you just Miami Boston talk. I'm tired of it. Even both sides healthy, Boston wins in 6. In my opinion, the reason why is the reason why they won this year is Miami shooting. Miami got to the finals last year because they went on a historical shooting pace from 3. That's one of the main reasons why they got to the finals, because in the regular season leading up to last year's finals, they were bottom half in the league in pace like they were this year and in shooting. Hence, the one game Miami won this series, granted, we know Rozier and Butler was not there. It took a historic shooting game from 3, which they made 23 threes to win. And in the last 3 games, they made 21 threes. So my reason why I think Boston would have still won is because Miami would have to historically shoot great from 3 like they did last year.
How do they get those historic shooting runs? Answer that question though. How do those historic shooting runs happen? How did it happen 3 times in 2 series? You don't play defense.
No, no.
It's not an anomaly.
Mike, we're not letting you off that hook, Mike, because you mixed it up. I say historical run. That means not just Boston. I know what you're trying to do because yes, they shot great against Boston the last 2 playoff matchups this year.
They couldn't hit a shot.
I agree with that.
We might take a game or 2 off. It's okay. But I think
it ain't okay. That's why we didn't get a win.
I want to add to what you're saying and say personnel is different from Miami Heat too. They got no more Max Strus. They got no more Gabe Vincent. Caleb Martin had like 1 good game this series against the Celtics, and then that was probably like the historic game 2 with them shooting 23 threes. Other than that, like they got no personnel for us. Like they was not beating us with Jimmy and Terry Rozier. I don't think that's enough. They're just a different team.
It's easier to game plan for Caleb Martin when you don't have Butler or Rozier. So I don't know about that part. Like, see, I'm not gonna. One thing I ain't gonna do. I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna be biased. Like, of course I can do that with Martin when you ain't worry about Butler.
Hey, Max Strus been going crazy for Cleveland in these playoffs.
Hey, Drago, you know how I feel about Max Strus. That's why I didn't even argue for that. You already know how I feel about him. That man's still money too.
I'm just saying,
go
Caleb
6 for
Martin
6 and then go 1 for 12 the next 3 games.
Caleb Martin was like Kobe last year, like in the playoffs. Like he averaged like 5 points in the season, but then averaged like 21 against us and everybody else in the playoffs.
That goes to Mike's point too.
Hey, let's
not
disrespect Kobe though. We gonna say he shot good.
Yeah, don't do that.
As Boston Celtics fans, y'all don't feel like when y'all match up against Miami, y'all don't keep an eye out for them?
Absolutely.
I always say that matchup. That's why I didn't want to play them.
Absolutely.
No, you might have PTSD. I don't got no PTSD. I just don't like the matchup.
I think if Jimmy and Terry Rozier was there, I definitely think it would have won 7 games. I just think Boston would have won that game. Simple as that. I didn't think Miami had enough personnel this season for Boston this year, especially with the additions of KP and Drew Holiday on the defensive end. Jimmy Butler would have made a huge difference in the series this year, especially with Terry Rozier in the half-court offense. I think it would have won 7 games. I just didn't. I wouldn't see them closing us out if healthy. this
Look
year.
at the defense that was played in games 3 and 4. They just weren't hitting the shots, plain and simple.
Yeah, and I've mentioned this before. Like the Celtics get up when they have competition. When they don't have competition, you
Boston
see the
played great
difference.
defensively in Game 3. Because the Game 2 was the game they Miami stole, and then they came back Game 3.
Yeah, the first game in Miami was pretty good defensive game.
And then I think Game 4, the defense wasn't bad. I just think Derek White just, he had to get drug tested.
Derek White's the real MVP of the series.
I would agree. I wouldn't be mad if you had Derek White as the MVP of that series.
Boston.
Miami fans think Derek White is the best player on the Celtics.
Hold on, go ahead, Ace.
Not yet.
Can Boston Celtics make the finals without KP?
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
Yes. The finals without KP.
No.
I don't think they beat Denver or
they don't beat Denver or Minnesota, who I got going to the finals
or Dallas
series.
No, they beat Dallas. I think they beat Dallas.
The Celtics, I think, is still coming out of the East without KP. But winning the finals, no, they need him.
You got to look if they play the Knicks too. He was one of the most important players in those wins against the Knicks this year.
Hauser.
Yeah, but my thing.
Clips, Hauser looked pretty good last series. He got them minutes.
Compared to you talking about freaking Eubanks from Phoenix talking about he's a more pivotal player over there than Hauser is for the Celtics was ridiculous.
Yo, listen, me saying Hauser was really me trolling. I did not think y'all was gonna go along.
But back to what Mike was saying, like I stated before, I just personally think I got the Knicks winning the series against the Pacers. I just personally think that Tibbs is going to run them to the ground. I do think Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart and DiVincenzo has a lot of grit and a lot of fight in them. I just think if they see Boston in the Eastern Conference, they might be a little bit more tired than they were against Philly. And I think Indiana's going to go maybe 7 games. So by the time they get there, they might not have enough. Boban's already out for the rest of the season. Mitchell Robinson is still kind of slightly hurt. Hopefully he stays healthy or gets better.
So wait,
and stuff like that. So
the Knicks and Indy going to 7?
I think that's going to go 7 games.
It's going to be a dogfight.
And I think Pacers win.
I got Knicks in 6.
The big factor for that series, I think, is going to be Miles Turner.
Yeah.
Because one thing about Hallie is we know he's still a little hampered with that hamstring. So scoring might not be where it needs to be, but he's doing everything else so that he's been doing at elite level with the distributing the ball and rebounding. I think Turner and the bench play is going to be the difference for that series because they got some they played a little bit of deep. Like I said earlier in the show, granted, Dame was out some games, and you had Giannis out the series, but they tightened up a little bit on defense, and I think if they can let that roll over against New York, they have a chance.
I think the Pacers would have beat the Bucks regardless if Giannis or Dame was playing. I was still picking them regardless. They played them good all regular season long, I thought.
Yeah, man. So we got, of course, Cleveland and Orlando coming up soon. That's going to be the last game
tomorrow afternoon.
First round.
1:00.
But tonight we got Minnesota and Denver. Second round's getting ready to start. So make sure everybody tunes into that. We'll be talking about that more next week. What I do want to get into, what do you guys feel like is the harder position to become an all-time top 5 player in the NBA?
Center.
So basically, what's the hardest part? What's the hardest position to crack top 5 all time?
Yeah, point guard, shooting guard, small forward, center.
I think it's center without a doubt. Look at the guys on the names on that list. It's tough.
I'm with Mike on that.
Power forward.
That's the easiest.
Let's look at let's look at all right. Let's figuratively. Everybody's opinion might be different. But
the point guard or center.
The top 5 right now, we're trying to figure out what position is harder to become a top 5 all-time player. So we got to consider who's in the top 5 right now.
Point guard or center.
So let's start with point guard. So with the point guard position,
it's only 3 solidified at point guard.
I was gonna say you probably will have Magic, Curry,
and IT.
I got Oscar Robinson and John Stockton.
Oscar Robinson, that's the other one too.
There we go.
All time.
And then let's say shooting guard, we got Kobe,
Wait, who was the other two for point guard?
Oscar Robinson, John Stockton, Isaiah Thomas.
I got
I think you could
I got
pass
Magic
Stockton,
Johnson.
though.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, for my top 5 point guards, I got Johnson at 1, Stockton at 2, Robertson at 3, IT at 4, and Curry at 5. That's what I got for point guard.
That's in no order, or
No, that's in that order.
Yeah, for me, I got Magic Johnson, Curry, Isaiah Thomas, Oscar Robinson, and then John Stockton.
Wait, didn't Russ break all the Oscar records? Or
The triple double record. But Oscar still has a championship.
And that was the only reason why I had put him over Russ. Russ was right there at 6 for me, as far as the point guard position, but because of that championship.
Off the top, because I wanted to do this off the top for this topic. At point guard, I'll probably have my top 2 would be Magic and Curry. I think Curry, for me, you could alternate Curry and Zeke if you would like, but I'm gonna keep Curry at 2. I have Zeke at 3. Oscar will probably be my 5th. I'm probably gonna go. It's tough because that last spot for me, the point guard you could think of don't have rings. So like a Stockton, a Chris Paul. I'm probably gonna lean towards CP over Stockton.
Ooh, that's tough.
We got to remember
for peak, I think CP peak for peak was better than Stockton.
We got to remember CP and Steph still are playing, so they could still add to that legacy too.
That's true. I mean, John Stockton with Karl Malone, boy, that was something different.
Yeah, Chris Paul when he's at his peak without a legit number 2 with a two-way player at that.
David West, them New Orleans days, it's crazy.
Man, Chris Paul turned people that could only dunk the ball into all-stars.
New Orleans and Clippers.
So,
Clips,
but I ain't mad at the Stockton if you got Stockton there. I just personally rather have Chris Paul.
Clips,
Stockton was a dog.
What you got as your top 5 point guards, Clips?
Steph, and Steph.
I don't know why you asking that question. You already know.
It's like, nah, I'm trolling. I'm going Steph 1, of course. Magic 2, Zeke 3, and I'll probably go CP. And the last one is gonna be my personal preference. It's gonna be J Kidd.
yeah, I mess with J Kidd.
What you got, Draco?
I got Magic, Steph, IT, Stockton, then Jason Kidd.
I'm not mad at J Kidd. I ain't gonna lie to you.
J Kidd over Steve Nash?
Yes.
I'm not taking that like too much confidence, but I was
I was curious to hear if he was.
I would go J Kidd over Steve Nash too, though, but not too far off. T-Top, what you got? Top 5 point guards.
That's tough, dog. Can I add like preference to it instead of just like
it's your preference.
Historical resumes? I mean,
my boy about to have John Wall up there.
Rondo.
Chill. Damn, that's tough. I do agree. Magic and Steph 1 and 2. This is where it gets tough.
Really, you didn't say Zeke yet? How's it?
I like Chris Paul, Steve Nash, Allen Iverson, Kyrie Irving. Like,
would you consider AI a point guard or a shooting guard? Yeah,
AI
is a point guard.
It was a shooting guard on mine.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's on your list as a point guard, that's fine.
For me.
Yeah,
he's my point. I would have AI 3. It's crazy. I have to have Kyrie 4.
We're gonna move on quickly. Don't worry.
Yeah. Personal. I had to think. Who
you got at 5?
And then 5 is Chris Paul.
These are like.
I'm not gonna argue with the list because so we can hurry up and get through. But to have Zeke,
resumes don't match up to the greats. I get it, but
to have Zeke not on there, who beat the Lakers and Celtics in their prime and won back to back, is crazy.
He likes the more hybrid point guard. He likes
Let's hey, make sure y'all leave a comment down below. What's your top 5 point guards all time? Let's get to shooting guards. I got MJ, Kobe, Allen Iverson, Dwayne Wade, and then I'm gonna go Jerry West.
I got the same 5 in a different order. I got Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Jerry West, Dwayne Wade, and AI.
I'm gonna go MJ, Kobe, D Wade, Jerry West. In the 5th spot is a toss up between AI or James Harden.
I'm sorry. These past couple, just like Mike said, he still got some more years.
You
to
got to look
prove
at the
himself,
peak though.
but-
Peak years also matter because you put an AI in there for his peak year. I'm assuming when he got to the finals. That's one of the main reasons. So if you do that, Harden had multiple years. The man averaged 36 and like 12. like what do we do?
Jericho, what's your top 5 shooting guards, man?
Let me go MJ, Kobe, D Wade. I'm gonna go AI, and I'll put Harden in there too.
Like everyone loves Luka. Harden was Luka before Luka. Like,
T-Top, who you got top 5 shooting guards?
MJ, Kobe, D Wade, Harden,
Jaylen Brown.
It's between Ray Allen and Reggie Miller, to be honest.
I'll
But
take Ray.
I'll go Ray.
Ray at least 1, 2.
I'll
Clips.
go Ray.
Yo, I'm going
Klay Thompson.
you feel me? Nah. I'm gonna go MJ. This ain't no order. MJ, Kobe, D Wade, AI, Tracy McGrady.
I feel like the shooting guard might be the easiest to crack, other than power forward, maybe.
Tracy McGrady's my last because he's not a 3, he's a 2. So Tracy McGrady. Tracy and Vince.
Let's get to small forwards, and this is my preference. All these lists is my preference.
Tatum. No.
Nah.
I'm
gonna go LeBron James. I'm gonna go KD. Larry Bird, Julius Irving, and then I'm gonna put Tatum at 5.
What?
It was gonna be Elgin Baylor, but
Okay, I got
Tatum
LeBron.
at 5.
I got LeBron.
Hey, I wish Ace was here because I don't want him to ever call me a biased Celtics fan ever again. Go ahead.
You
I
call me
gotta-
bias?
Very.
So real quick, you putting Tatum over Paul Pierce?
What the hell?
No.
Absolutely, I am.
No,
I personally am.
he got to win first.
I never liked Paul Pierce, so we could move on.
That's because you can't handle the truth. It's okay.
What truth? What truth?
The
What's
truth
the
that we
truth?
still, the truth is he held that trophy up, something that Tatum hasn't done yet. So that's the truth right
Because
there.
of who?
Because of who?
Because of who?
I'm sorry, he beat Kobe. End of discussion. I want to hear that. I keep hearing Curry is Tatum's daddy. You can't say that about Paul Pierce. I'll tell you that
Jimmy
much.
Butler.
He was Paul
Pierce's
Pierce's
daddy.
daddy. Stop it.
That makes it.
Stop
Who's Paul Pierce's daddy? Because he got a ring. And he earned his. I'm just saying. So I mean, we
The
gonna
Celtics win the ring without KG?
I don't think so.
Do the Celtics win the ring without KG?
Does Tatum get to a final without
Does the
JB?
Celtics win the ring without
No.
KG?
No, and neither does Tatum get to a final without Jaylen Brown. So what's your point?
That's
I
not
know
true.
it. I'm not gonna beat around the question like
In
you did earlier.
today's NBA, Tatum makes the finals without Jaylen Brown.
You're lying to yourself.
In this NBA, Jason Tatum, the way defense is this year, Jason Tatum makes the finals without Jaylen Brown. With the roster that they have now, Jason Tatum makes the finals without Jaylen Brown.
We can agree to disagree. But who, Mike? You had your top 5.
Yeah, so I got LeBron James, Larry Bird, Julius Irving, Scottie Pippen, and John Havlicek.
Thank you. I was gonna bring up Hondo myself because I was gonna say I don't know if I'm gonna remember because I don't remember, but I had to do some digging. But I got Braun, Larry Bird. I'm gonna go Pippen.
Hold on. Sorry. My bad, Trey. You ain't put KD on your list?
Who?
Hell no, you should already know that. Come on now.
I didn't even catch that.
I'm not
Yo,
putting
that
the mayor of
cat's
Cancun on there. Come on.
Yeah, this is recorded. Yo, please
Yo.
save that clip. The mayor of Cancun is Kevin Durant, baby.
Boy.
I think it's between him and Embiid, but we could keep going.
Yeah, well, Embiid's in the same office. They work in the same office.
He said
building
Embiid's
together.
the
He ain't got
Senate.
it yet, but he's getting
Embiid's the Senate.
he's getting there.
But
Uh,
I'm gonna go Braun, Bird. Braun, Bird, Pippen. But I think you could interchange the 2 and the 3. I really want to put KD in there, but Julius. I'm gonna put KD, and my last one either is gonna be between Irvin or Havlicek. People forget how good Havlicek was. 'Cause, I mean, none of us was born back then, obviously, but Havlicek was a two-way player. I think he was one of the top 5 all-time leading scorers when he retired.
mhm.
So I'm gonna go Hondo.
I got Braun, Bird, KD, Scotty, then Kawhi.
I guess we're talking about peak moments.
I mean, sure. I mean, he bought the Raptors a championship.
I'm not mad at it. You know. T-Top.
LeBron, Larry Bird,
What is that?
Kevin Durant, Scottie Pippen. I don't give a fuck. I'm going Melo. Melo has to be my top 5.
Yeah, thank you. Somebody
that.
said it, bro.
I like that.
Melo.
I don't care.
No
don't care.
MVPs, no championships, just
I
Melo.
don't care.
Just
Melo used to be
scrolling,
my
nigga.
favorite
Just so
player,
fucking-
man.
Hey, T-Top, make sure you stay Melo over there, man, because you're gonna need it. 'Cause I don't know how the hell. Okay,
Clips. who
go
you
ahead,
got?
Clips.
Braun, Larry, KD, Pippen.
Andrew Wiggins.
You a funny dude. I'm going Melo too, son.
I ain't gonna lie, Clips. Your
Yeah.
top 5 shooter guard is invalid because you put your boy B Roy up there.
I thought he put Iggy on that.
For everyone watching,
Brandon Roy
watching,
might be
Clips.
top 10.
Clips' probably favorite shooting guard is Brandon Roy.
I'm
Shout out to
actually
Washington.
surprised at that.
I would have
Shout out
put
to
him.
Washington, man.
Let's get the power forwards. I think this one's pretty clear for me, man. I got Tim Duncan, Karl Malone, Charles Barkley, KG, and Dirk.
We don't say that man's name. The man, number 32 from Utah.
There we go. KG and Dirk finishes my top 5. Mike, who you got?
I got number 32 from Utah, Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Charles Barkley, and Robert Horry.
So you think number 32 is better than Tim
Hey,
Duncan?
hold the no, not.
Hold on. You said Robert. I didn't even get that yet. I was trying to start from the top. I was trying to start from the top, and then we can get there. But that one kind of blew me for one, Mike.
I had Dirk on there, and then I switched it up. I'm like, you gotta acknowledge that many rings.
Robert Horry?
I gotta balance it out. Seeing Barkley didn't get a ring, I don't know.
So you think number 32 is better than Tim?
It's a toss up, to be honest with you.
Musa, who you got? Top 5.
Power forward, Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan, 32 from Utah, will be at 4. Nah, I can't do that. I know you didn't get a ring, but production. I'm putting him at 2. Dirk, KG, and 5. I can't think. I'll probably put Giannis at 5, but I still can't think of nobody else at the moment.
Showtime.
Draco?
Oh, you
got-
can't say number 30. Yo, it's a
I got
history thing, bro.
I
You
got
don't know the allegations behind that, man? T-Top?
I got Tim
Oh, I
Duncan.
missed out.
Oh, man.
You
All,
make it
all,
oh,
all I'm going to say for that, T-Top,
we can
if
talk
you
about that
want,
on the side.
T-Top, this is all I'm going to say so you can clarify, so you can understand. Euphoria. If you know, you know.
That's a good one.
If you know, you know.
Tim
I'm going to leave it
Duncan,
at that.
32 in Utah. I'm gonna go.
I ain't even put him up there because
I'm gonna go Dennis Rodman, KG, then Giannis.
T-Top?
Tim Duncan. 32 from Utah. Barkley. Damn.
Barkley. I should put
I was
Barkley.
surprised Musa ain't have Barkley on there.
I literally went. Yeah, I had to break for it. Yeah, Barkley.
Honestly, I want to put Giannis and fuck. It's between KG and Dirk.
Just put KG, bro.
I just put KG. KG. Yeah.
Dirk in the top 5 power forward.
Dirk honorable mention.
How
No
he had
space.
one? He got one of the best championship rings. If you're gonna be honest, but let's move on. Let's get Clips' power forward.
What you got, Clips?
You see, y'all are nice for even putting that man number up there because he ain't even touched my list.
What is he, number 13?
He said we don't talk about Bruno.
We don't talk about people who do despicable acts like that. I got Tim Duncan, right? Skipping number 32. He ain't on my list at all. I got KG. I got Dirk. I got Giannis and Barkley.
That's fair. Centers.
The hardest.
I got Kareem. I got Shaq. I got Wilt, Hakeem, and I got Jokic.
I got Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Shaquille O'Neal, and Robert Parrish.
Robert Parrish.
Yeah.
The Chief ain't gonna make this list. I'll tell you that much. I'm gonna go. I don't have an order, but Kareem, Wilt, Bill Russell, Shaq, and my 5th center spot is going to be. I just had his name when Peso was going too. Now I forgot his name. Bill Russell, Hakeem. Thank you, Hakeem. I can't. Jokic ain't in that top 5 yet. He got to do way more.
He's got a long way to go. He could be in the future.
I think he's gonna. That's the only reason why I had him on my list is because I think he's gonna crack that easily. But we'll see how long he lasts. To be honest, but yeah, Draco.
I want to give some love to Moses Malone though.
Mine, I got the same list as Musa. Technically, those are the 5.
That is the
Bill, Wilt, Shaq, Hakeem, and Kareem. Yeah. Moses Malone will definitely be at 6 though.
Yeah. Shaq, Wilt, Kareem, Hakeem, and
Rudy Gobert.
Bill Russell.
Clips.
Roy Hibbert.
Dwight Howard, my boy.
Dwight up there though. Dwight's actually up there. I'll put Dwight up there.
He's top 10 to me.
I got Kareem, Bill,
Bogut.
Kareem, Bill. Yeah, you know what I mean. Andrew.
Zaza.
Maurice Spates.
Mr. Warriors.
Kevon Looney.
Yeah.
Draymond Green.
Best centers of all time. Now I'm playing. I got Kareem, Shaq,
Bob Myers,
Hakeem. I'll go Moses and David Robinson.
David Robinson. That's why I was like, I see what Pace was saying for the future because there's a lot of centers like David.
Yeah.
People forget how good David Robinson was.
I ain't putting Wilt in there, bro.
What about James Wiseman?
100 points.
Yo.
Bro, we're not gonna talk about that. That 100-point shit was a myth, bro. We're not doing that.
Man, everybody watching, man, make sure y'all like the channel, subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you guys for tuning in and being here. Continue to share. Look out for episode 20 during the week, y'all. Peace. We out.
Brady 8.
Hey, run that thing up.